Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansa Chanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagadgurum. Om. Adorations to Lord Krishna, the preceptor of the universe, destroyer of the forces of darkness, bestower of immortality. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, in the 5th chapter, known as Karma Sannyasa Yoga. And we are in the verse number 6. The topic is gaining insight into how to be free of karma. Every soul is led by karma in this. As long as the soul continues in embodied state, every situation is the result of certain karma behind it. So, in early stage of spiritual movement, soul does not have real understanding of how to get rid of karma. You hear the teachings that your goal is to have karma completely destroyed, karma nash. And now the mind has to work, how can karma be completely eliminated? Two choices present before the mind. Get away from all your duties. Don't tell anybody. Wait when all are asleep. Walk out and get away from all, especially at a time when you are extremely needed. Arjuna presented that problem. Why do you teach all this long process of sadhana when your goal is to get away from karmas? So let's stop this war, turn the chariot away. And the deeper insight we will continue in the 6th verse. Sannyasastu mahabaho dukkhamaptuma yogataha yoga yukto munir brahma na chirena adhigacchati. O mighty armed Arjuna, without karma yoga, the path of sannyasa is beset with troubles. The sage who pursues yoga hastens to the realization of Brahman. He attains renunciation and hastens to realization. answer lies in how to be free of karma. The answer is not to turn away from karma, which is not possible. But still there is some possibility. You can turn away from one job, go to another job. But both ways, you are not coming to the goal of being rid of karma. A human mind goes on working. How can I get out of all this trouble? Spiritual aspirants have their problems constantly. I will not go into that detail. Coming to the point, unless you perform your duties well, the path to sannyasa will not be possible. Sannyasa is that state where karma is abandoned. We speak of sannyasa in two ways. Sannyasa as a ritual initiation, coming into an order known as sannyasa. But that is a different level. Here the topic is not whether you should adopt the order or not, but to understand what is real sannyasa. Simply adopting the order is not sannyasa. You just adopt it so that it can you become deeply involved in the whole project. It's only allowing you to have a strong vrata, resolve. If you have developed that resolve, even without taking sannyasa, you can attain liberation without getting into the order. So this point has to be understood, that it is not an absolute necessity that everyone must take sannyasa, be initiated. Initiation in sannyasa is not real sannyasa. You initiate so that you can attain it. So you should not confuse. So having set that point away, now to understand how can karma be removed and the soul be free and realize essential nature, aham brahmasmi. Gripped by karma, every soul is a jiva, incarnating soul, identified with body. Rid of karma, every soul is divine. But to understand this process more in detail, every soul has to overcome three impediments: mala, vikshepa, avarana. When we say rid of karma, broad way, you have to remove these three obstacles. It tickles your brain. Obstacle. Mala relates to gross impurities. Mind that is trapped by uncontrolled negative habits, anger, hatred, greed. That's mala. And subtle aspect, a tendency to interpret everything in a pessimistic way. That also is mala. Mala is removed by your being involved in righteous activity. If you don't keep yourself, your energy moving in a righteous way, mala will dominate your personality. Malu. All the burden is also called mal. And in order to succeed in removing mala, you have to bring a change in your vasanas, subtle desires that exist in your subconscious. You are hiding most things in the subconscious. Conscious does not imply that conscious is only a little portion of you. Subconscious has a bigger dimension of yourself. The obstacle relating to subconscious is called vikshepa, distractions. You decide to do something, but your mind gets distracted. Who did it? What? You blame others. But your subconscious is the one that's the cause. And the third level of obstacle is this root cause, called avarana. It is ignorance. And ignorance cannot be described. You become angry with someone due to some misunderstanding. Days and years pass by in misunderstanding. And then you realize that what you are holding in your mind, a misconception. After a long, I have to give you a little detail. You met someone after a long period of effort, a great friend, but the friend doesn't even look at you. He turned his nose away and he went away. You become very angry. Kept yourself in that state of anger and misunderstanding for months. And then by chance again you meet the friend. He said, and the friend says, oh friend, what can I say? When you came, I was suffering from allergies. I couldn't turn to you to bring the virus to you. I love you so much. But imagine all the pain he has suffered. What's the cause of that pain? That cause does not have any substance behind it. When you kill misunderstanding, you don't see it lying down. That's the nature of ignorance within every individual. Avidya. Now these malas are to be, mala, vikshepa, avarana, they have to go away. Though again and again you are just reminded of mala, all the two are implied within it. And also whenever karma is being highlighted, karma yoga, what's implied is integral. You cannot just be doing karma, you have feeling behind you, your will behind you, your understanding behind. The action stage is karma, feeling stage is devotion, bhakti, will stage is dhyana, meditation, and intelligence stage, understanding stage is jnana. all the four, just like in a harmonium, we have all these surs must be in harmony. All these four must be in rhythm, in harmony. And the soul is a big musician. Whole spiritual project is to allow the soul to use these four. Under the guidance of Goddess Saraswati, it becomes easy. If divine love enters your heart, or as it goes on entering, you begin to harmonize. I've led you into a different way, allegorical way. Coming back to the topic, if karma is not performed with the right attitude, sannyasa, where karma is terminates completely, will not be possible. So the path of sannyasa is beset with troubles without karma yoga. The sage who pursues yoga means the sage who performs integral yoga in daily life hastens to the realization of Brahman. To give you more detail, karma, if it is moving towards karma yoga, first stage of karma is to recognize what is sattvic, what will be a source of real progress, what type of job. If your intention is only money and not the type of job, then you are being led to paradharma, not your own swadharma. Swadharma means what the type of job that you have, which is in harmony with your spiritual progress. Job that you enjoy. And on top of it, you get the money out. But the job that you don't enjoy, but just go on counting money, that is a demoniac movement that makes people very imbalanced. Ego, sullen ego. Money-based strength, only bully head can explain. But when you are doing proper duties, the strength now that comes is very soft, joyous, a strength of love. To give you more information, karma comes in different categories. If you are doing your activities without any mental intelligence behind them, just going after what seems pleasant, prayer, you are being drawn to dushkarma, negative karmas. If you correct yourself and start doing actions that are sattvic, that are more what we call good karmas, good deeds, then it's called satkarma. When you do good deeds, next point is there. In the beginning, when you do good deeds, you are expecting a result. And the type of result you are expecting is material type. You are doing good deeds so that you can have more money, that you can have more popularity, and more egoistic concept of success, fame, glory. That type of karma that leads you to negative direction, that karma has to be renounced. Sat karma has to be adopted. Even while doing sat karma, your expectation should not be at the fruits of karma. Fruit of karma is what karma causes in the world of time and space, how changes occur by your karma. But your intention, your purpose behind it should be purity of heart. This point has to be well understood. What you expect is not a result in the world of time and space, but opening a channel within your heart that allows your soul to move towards God realization. In a simpler way, what will give a purity of feeling, bhava shuddhi. Bhavana shuddhi is source of inner fulfillment, profound fulfillment. Material attainment cannot give you exact that type of fulfillment, no matter how much you may gain. You can be exceedingly rich, win a lottery. Within a day you become very rich. But that is not real fulfillment. That richness has made you inwardly extremely agitated. So that is not real. And this bhavana shuddhi, karma that purifies your heart. And purity of a heart is your objective, not the fruit. But that doesn't mean that the fruits, from practical point of view, will not be there. Fact is, fruits of karma will come to you beyond your imagination. Only you are not imagining it. It becomes sahaj, automatic. But when you are constantly in distress, looking for the fruits of karma, then you are in a negative state. You will not have all the expectations fulfilled. The more you hunt down your expectations, the objects of your expectation run away from. When you are in a position not to beg from objects, they start begging for you. That is psychological situation. So you are not really missing when you don't have your focus only fruit of. Another point, when we say don't have focus, don't take it literally. In practice, you will have more focus on your duties. When ego is not involved, then you do your duties, you flow into it like a dance, and it brings inner joy. And the result, whatever job you do, it is done the best way possible, beyond your imagination. Same action, when it is decked by inspiration, then a divine miracle happens. Goddess Saraswati takes over your tongue and your action. Therefore, the karmic process, as you go on doing karma yoga, your heart goes on expanding. Amazing improvement can occur within yourself in a surprising way, marvelous, miraculous way. But if you are not doing the proper type of karma yoga, and your mind is only focused on, I want to meditate, I want to have samadhi, I want to have intuitive knowledge. You are focused on that. You will find even cultivation of virtue is an impossible job. Figure that out. But when you are involved with a karmic process of which defines itself, be good, do good, that begins to your, whatever work you are doing makes you feel good. You blossom. Do good, you are wafting the fragrance. Blossom and waft. And you go to lofty situation. But that's the characteristic of karma yoga. Without this karma yoga, without this involvement in being good, doing good, the project of controlling the mind, removing malas, sublimating the negative within you into a positive way, the entire project is very difficult. This has to enter the heart. Yogic movement is not just egoistically planned, that since these are the highlighted things, I will not do anything, but just go after it. But unless your life gets involved in a way that it is comfortable, joyous, inspirational, a sense of you are overcoming your obstacles, and as you overcome it, you are better than before. To such an extent, you turn to your obstacle and say, bless you. If you had not come, I would be in this stage. Don't take it literally. So, simple way now, that's what Gita is saying, that one who is involved in karma yoga implies turning your karma into yoga. That point again has to enter your mind. How do you turn your karma, your activities into yoga? First point, don't lose any opportunity. There are opportunities for your own subjective advancement. Say, for example, early in the morning is a wonderful opportunity. The squirrels are waiting for you to cry, show their faces. Birds are singing or whatever. coming to more practical way to understand. In every situation, if you adopt dignified way of handling it, you are using that opportunity. If you lose your patience and you handle it in an indignified manner, by hook or by crook, more by crook than by hook, then you are degrading yourself. You are losing the opportunity. Even negative people that you encounter, they are also opportunities. Opportunity for testing your patience. Opportunity for many things. This point has to become more and more embedded within your heart. And once you begin to flow in a life that does with be good and serving others, enjoying to see that your energy, your understanding is helping others. And that type of a help that touches your own heart. When you see your own children prospering, progressing, being successful because of your intelligence and how do you handle them? The same to be expanded, not just confined to the family. And that, again, should not be done under stress. God automatically presents opportunities, day by day. So start utilizing your opportunity. Thus you have turned your karma into karma yoga. You don't sit back and say, how long can I go on exerting like that? When will I retire? There is always a sense of creativity, a sense of inspiration, no matter whatever happens to your body, your nervous system, your aging or whatever. But there is always. External activity will change if you begin to age. You can't run around to show how to run. But you can give wonderful advice, profound wisdom. You can express a wonderful heart. So, karma goes on. Now you are not doing the same karmas. Karmas will change. But there will be more quality of a different type. So you must understand, when we say do karma, karma doesn't always mean that you should be handling bricks after bricks and everybody watches you doing karma. Doing karma can be very relaxed, joyous movement. So under karma, all this is implied. And as you become inwardly relaxed, you become very dynamic in your karma. And looking at you, you are completely calm, as if you haven't done nothing. try to understand how does it happen. Because your personality becomes a source of inspirational activity, a source that touches the heart of people. And all great things that enhance human culture emanate from that type of personality. The more you are involved in karma yoga, greater is your ability to serve humanity in a profound way, until you become the very spirit of spring. Yoga yukto vishuddhatma vijitatma jitendriya sarvabhutatma bhutatma kurvannapi na lipyate. Perfected in yoga of action, with a pure heart, having control over the body and mastery over the senses, he beholds the self in all beings. Such a yogi is untouched by karmas, even though he continues performing them. Many wonderful points are put together. First word is yoga yukta. Live your life with integral yoga. Not all four aspects of your personality are activated in a right way. Your action, your emotion, your will, your reason. If they are all being activated, and they are always interdependent, that in every stage, in everything you handle, all the four are there within you. You can highlight one particular aspect, that's according to your choice. If karma is highlighted, you call yourself karma yogi. If feeling is highlighted, you call yourself bhakti yogi. If dhyana or meditation, then you are raja yogi. And if understanding is highlighted, you are jnana yogi. Call yourself whatever you want. But understand, all other yogas are implied. You cannot succeed in any yoga unless all the four are with it. So, yoga yukto, be a yogi. Second term, vishuddhatma. Develop purity of heart. Don't be gripped by mala. Be nirmal. Live to see impurities sublimated. Impurities are short-circuited energy. Go into a house where electricity is causing noises in your kitchen. Not these days, they do lots of noise. From every equipment. That's the example of mala, short-circuited. Correct it with proper art, and that's the whole art of life. Go on correcting it. And never develop the idea that you have corrected it and have become perfect. That's another point in life. The idea of attained, all that is to be attained, is the worst obstacle in life's progress. Simple way to understand. Can anyone say to himself, I've eaten all tasty dishes, all that I wanted. I'm finished. What type of life will it be now? So life must always have that openness. Never the idea of attain everything. No. Lots of things to be attained. Lots of good things have to be tasted. Lot of joyous feeling has to enter the heart. But behind all this goes on an internal maturity. That you are not gaining anything, it is expressing from your own soul. A reflected sun has progressed to become united with the real sun. So Vishuddhatma. Vijitatma, next point. Do not stay in your personality in a state of defeat. Think of your personality as a chariot. If a chariot is being controlled by the wild horses, then you are in the process of defeat. You are not going to where you want to go. Horses have taken over. Horses are your senses. Mind is the reins by which you control the senses. Intellect, your chariot driver. If your driver is a drunk driver, so, being Vijitatma, do not stay in that type of personality set where you are constantly being defeated. The purpose of your life is not fulfilled, you are just being distracted. Then you are in a state of defeat. Do not allow that. Learn to develop a experience of victory, experience of mastery over your own self, seeing the higher self dominating the lower self, and thereby allowing your soul to be free. Jitendriya. Come to a state when you realize your ego, your intellect, your senses, they are all helping you. If you come to that state, you are practically enlightened. But that's your goal. If you go on in the right direction, automatically a state comes that is spontaneous. Sarvabhutatma bhutatma. He beholds the self in all beings. How far can you go in your ascending movement? And that is not to view yourself just as an individual located somewhere in Miami. But you are the Atma, self. The entire universe is sustained by the divine self. Universe, when we talk, it's a mental projection. all that you experience is on the basis of mental projections, just like in your iPad. All that comes, nothing is real. But it's the mystery of the mechanism. Similarly, all you are experiencing, first point, understand, no two persons are experiencing the same world. Everyone has a different set. And all that is being experienced by a person, in a very simple way to understand, is the magic of your nervous system. And behind the nervous system is a subtle energy. How subtle that comes? That energy is a mental process, is intelligence. It's not wild energy. See the energy operating through the trees, not wild. Behind the energy is a intelligence that allows even a leaf to work out very artistic details. Look at all these flowers. You begin to realize all that intelligence is coming from the self. And that self is what you are essentially. First point, you are not the self you think you are. Your normal legal identity has nothing to do with it. But hold on to your identity. The real identity is not your body. More than your body is your feeling. More than your feeling is your understanding. More than all that, your radiating goodness. More than all that, an absolute experience of I am all that is. Ahame vedam sarvam. The I am is everywhere. Try to think of it. For normal mind, the world is so vast and every little thing is such a wonder. And the mind is focused on when there will be a time come when people can go to Mars and then go further beyond, looking for a world. Come to spiritual guidance, you are already there. Million light years away, whatever exists, that may be shaky, but you are there. The self, the absolute reality, that's what everyone is. To have easy understanding, think of the difference between a reflected sun in a jar and the sun. How big is the difference? Then no matter how miserable the reflected sun, the reality has not gone through any limitation. The sun has not gone through any trouble at all. So no matter how much misery your mind has presented to you, the real you is untouched. And you are given that every night when you go to sleep, whether at night or during the day. When you go to sleep, you are out of your mind. And you are in no way at a loss. The core of your personality is I am that. That type of vision now puts you into a totally different quality in your personality. The quality that you are looking at the whole world as if you would look tenderly on your own body. Your nose, your ears, your nails or whatsoever. The whole world is you. The blue sky, the surging ocean, twinkling stars, sun, moon, past, present, future. Things that are not described by science but operates through your imagination, all. Not only one person's imagination, but imaginations of all minds. I am. That I am has entered to man. That is what you are looking for, realization. I am, that am I. That's what called God, Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. Kurvannapi na lipyate. When you have that type of inner revelation, all activities will go on in your personality from a natural point of view. People who are not spiritually sensitive, they will simply see you like anybody else, living, aging, fighting, and so forth. Those who have sensitivity, they will be immensely inspired. Those who have profound sensitivity, they can see liberated sage, saintly people as a channel to God. All that goes on happening. And with this I'm going to conclude. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.